Morning, YouTube. It's Real No Williams from the Outlet Podcast. It's the greatest and the latest, the boldest and the coldest, aka platinum with no features, aka like, share, and subscribe to the It's Alive. Alright, so I was watching Joe Budden's podcast yesterday, and it's one of my favorite podcasts, me personally. I really do love it. Let me adjust my camera angle. Anyway, yeah, I was watching Joe Budden's podcast, man, and I really do love his podcast. And he had a segment on there. He's like, is people still checking for banks or whatever? Now, if you know me, you know that's my favorite rapper personally. I really just fuck with his shit. And it had me thinking, I've been listening to the nigga since 2002. And he's pretty much been the same type of person. You know what I'm saying? And, basically the situation that's going on with him right now is motherfuckers wanting to come out of retirement. Because he's really that nice. To me, he's that damn good. But he didn't, I think his personal feelings toward it is that he don't want to be a part of the music industry like that no more because it's going to turn into a bunch of fuckery. You know what I'm saying? But what I'm coming to you with today with is more so just being authentic to yourself. And I think that's what he's doing, is being authentic to his health. Like, basically what I'm saying in a nutshell is the music industry has gotten to a point where you have to do a bunch of fuck shit and a bunch of antics to be on, and he's pretty much not doing that. But anyway, I digress, right? Me and my dad get into a conversation last night about kids or whatever, right? So he's just more so talking to me. He's like, man, you don't want more kids. I said, no, I'm good on kids. I don't need a bunch of kids, and I'm not about to slang a bunch of kids. And he's like, you sure you don't want another relationship? Are you happy? I'm like, yeah, I'm happy. He's like, man, you can't be a player all your life. I'm like, I'm not trying to be a player all my life per se. I don't consider myself a player like that because, to be honest with you, I don't date a bunch of women just on the fly. It's been the same couple of girls I've been dealing with. But what I am saying is this. I'm not crazy about that whole, being in a relationship thing. And it's something I say a lot, and it comes across my, mental a lot, and I do speak on it a lot. Because to me personally, I don't feel like I'm being true to myself if I follow what everybody else thinks I should do. And that's something that has been going on with me for a while. Like, with me personally, I've always been kind of like different, weird, a little bit left field and introverted. Like, the most talking you gonna see me do is on the internet, because I can pick and choose when to speak and feel and fuck with it when I feel like fucking with it. You know what I'm saying? And if I let someone push me into making a decision because they feel like it's best for me, I don't feel like I'm being true to myself. You know what I'm saying? And I'm at a point with a lot of shit at this point in my life at the age of 30 where I'm not listening to a bunch of motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you tell, like, okay, me and him, we've had our clashes before a lot, because he tries to get me sometimes to be a person that I'm really not, or he feels like he can talk to me like I'm still 12. Those are our issues that we used to have. And what I'm saying is, just because one person feels like something is good for your life doesn't mean that that's what makes you happy. I started this whole Outlet podcast thing as a way of expressing myself for things that I was dealing with, because I needed an outlet. Basically is why, how I got the name or whatever, right? I needed a way to speak about things that, I had opinions on, and I needed a reason to say it, because I didn't really have a reason to say it or a person to talk to about it. But I didn't start this shit, I started to get views. Hell yeah, I started to get the views, you know what I'm saying? But basically what I'm coming across is I'm not about to do a bunch of fuck shit and a bunch of stupid shit that's outside of my character just to get this YouTube channel going. I don't feel like it's that deep. Like, I feel like if people can't be around me for me being myself, my authentic self, like, then you don't need to be around me. Like, I used to catch that flack from people on Facebook. Like, my mom used to be like, well, you're always bashing women. I'm like, well, I'm speaking on something I feel, to be blunt with you. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not gonna change my rhetoric and the things that I think and feel because other people tell me not to say it. My personality and the way I am and the person who I am, I will take suggestions if it's said to me correctly. You know what I'm saying? But I am not about to switch up who I am to entertain other motherfuckers. Like, if I'm not gonna come on this camera and be myself completely, like, can't nobody redo the Outlet Podcast but me, because it's my shit. And that's who, like, you'd have to be me for this to work. You get what I'm saying? And I'm not finna be the type of nigga that's just gonna be on camera, like, pretending to be something that I'm not. Like, I don't know how people do that, per se. And I think, you know, side note, I think that's one of the things that kind of drew me to that music that he put out. Because he could have, listen, sorry, I'm gonna go on a bit of a tangent here, right? That man could have easily been one of the best rappers. I mean, he is lyrically the best rapper. I personally feel like one of the best rappers out. But he could have been the type of nigga that was hopping on in front of the cameras, doing fuck shit to get his name out there. But he stayed true to himself, and I think that's the part about it that I really, really, really fuck with, because it's like, some of the mixtapes and music that he put out, it helped me get through some of my hardest times. Because I always felt like I was a bit weird. You know, I always felt like I was different. I always felt like I was left. You know, and I was a little bit, used to be insecure about it. It used to bother me. It used to like not sit with my spirit right. Like, even now with this Outlet Podcast thing, right? I'm gonna be honest with you, right? I have a friend who started a podcast, who started his own podcast thing on the app. And he's already at like 259 views. Now, if you've been on my YouTube channel, you know I got 15 fucking subscribers. My shit is low as shit. But I'm not finna be on some type of shit where it's like, man, fuck this shit, and I don't want to do this shit no more because I only got 15 viewers. And nah, man, I'm gonna rock with them motherfucking 15 ass niggas. Like, I don't want fake subscribers. Like, it'd be nice. Like, I see people on the internet doing all this other shit, and my thing is this: if it's you, it's you. I'm just saying, me, I'm not finna pretend to be anything other than what I am. Even if people like it, if they don't like it, if they feel like I should say something different, if they feel like I should talk about something different, if I should change my subject matter, if I should stop talking shit. Like, that used to be one of the biggest issues I had when I first met women. Like, they be like, well, add me to your Facebook. And I tell them, like, listen, I talk a lot of shit. Don't you add me to your Facebook. Facebook is at your own risk now. Oh, it's not that big of a deal. And then they get on it and they see the shit I'm talking about, and it's like, well, I don't think this is gonna work out. Cause the shit that comes out my mouth makes them feel insecure about certain shit. Basically, what I'm saying in a nutshell is I'm not changing for no fucking body. Seriously, like, if this is not, if fucking with me is not what you want to do, then that's fine. If you don't like me for me, that's fine. I don't like people around me that fake kick it for the sake of whatever. If you know for real that you really don't fuck with me like that, if you don't fuck with me, just keep that same energy and it's cool. But that was just something I wanted to get off my chest, man. It's been Ronell Williams Outlet Podcast, and I gotta fucking go to work and I don't feel like it.